People like us have been creating here and have been living here and have made this a place to be. And now the landlords are reaping the benefit. They are making money off of the work that we did. Because we all know our apartments haven't changed.
Right.
And still our rents go up. The only reason those rents are able to go up is because Portland is on the up and up, not because our landlords have done anything.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
They are taking away what we share in common and trying to put it in their back pockets. And that is not acceptable because we are in a fight for our cities, not just here in Portland, but across the world. The rich are trying to take the cities away from us. They are trying to create them into playgrounds that very few people get to enjoy. And that is not the world that I want to live in.
No.
No. Right.
If we leave housing up to the market, then we are leaving housing up to what people will do, not what people should do. As individuals, we need help making the right choices, and clearly, Multifamily Northwest needs some help making the right choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is right. They have been funneling money into politicians' pockets for so long now that they have a seat at the table when ordinary citizens are not given that opportunity.
Right.
And so we are here today because we need to raise the cost of their price gouging. We need to raise the cost of their influence in politicians because we have had enough. Am I right?
Yeah.
That is right. Because if they are allowed to hold events like this where they give awards to the people who effectively are pushing Portland's poorest people out, then we will have no voice. And if anything, Portlanders have voices and they know how to use them. And so it is time for us to come together and use them as loud as we can, because our voice and our power is only going to be shared if it is multiplied. And so we need to work together, and we need to bring all of our friends into this fight because they have money. And that money is being spent to make sure that rent control doesn't happen, that just cause evictions don't come into play. And Multifamily Northwest has already come out on the record to say that they are going to fight the hardest they can to make sure that the state preemptions are not lifted in this next legislative session. That is right, because cities need the power to respond to what is happening right now, and they need the power to do that of their own accord.
Right.
We cannot be held hostage by the state legislators. We need the power to act, and we need the power to act now.
Yeah.
So, we are going to make sure that the world knows that Multifamily Northwest is not only fighting for landlords, but they are fighting against tenants.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
There's been a video circulating of a breakfast conversation held by Multifamily Northwest at the beginning of Portland's housing crisis back in 2012 when
Wasn't the beginning.
when the cost of housing was really starting to rise. And in this video, one of the representatives from Multifamily Northwest not only jokes about the fact that people are sleeping in tents, but talks about how a housing disaster is in their best interests. The landlords don't want this problem to go away.
They do not.
Our pain is their gain. And
right.
so we need to make sure that they know that we have had enough.
Enough.
Not enough.
That is right. And they are willing to fight us tooth and nail, which means that we have to respond. We have to mobilize, and we have to show them what a strong working class movement looks like.
Yeah.
I work every day. And if we don't act fast, and if we don't act now, the future of Portland is up for grabs. We don't know what will happen to this city.
Hell yeah.
And Portland is a people's town, and so we need to make sure that it stays a people's town.
Right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Right. So tonight we have gathered to host our own award ceremony.
Right.
Because we know who the real awards should be given to. And instead of awarding awards to property management companies that have made their place look the nicest, we are going to give those awards to the people who really deserve them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Chanting.
Sure. So after our award ceremony, we're going to head over and we are going to show the landlord lobby what a group of organized renters looks like. And so before we head over there, I'm going to lead us in a couple chants, okay? So I'm going to say it once through, and then you all can repeat it back with me, all right? Multifamily, you can't hide, we can see your greedy side.
Multifamily, you can't hide, we can see your greedy side.
One more time.
Multifamily, you can't hide, we can see your greedy side.
Stop displacement, stop price gouging, get your profits off our housing. Stop displacement, stop price gouging, get your profits off
Our housing.
We are unstoppable, rent control is possible.
We are unstoppable, rent control is possible.
We are unstoppable, rent control is possible. Awesome. Thank you so much. We will use those chants and many more in the next couple of minutes when we head over there. But first, I am going and pleased to announce the beginning of PTU's ACE Awards.
Hello, everybody. I am so glad to have you here tonight to celebrate some of the best landlords in Portland and some of the best practices who have done some of the best work of pushing Portlanders out of town. They have made the most out of our housing crisis and made sure that that crisis doesn't go away. I mean, that takes work. That takes dedication. That takes some brazen public statements. It takes a lot of money for lawmakers. Let's give it up for Multifamily Northwest. So we're here to do our own award ceremony, and I'm gonna need a little participation. I want you to think about your biggest fat cat landlord laugh. All right, and when I hold this up, are you gonna do that for me? Go ahead and try. I feel like I didn't quite hear enough money in that. Can I one more time? Great. And when we have a big victory to announce, can I hear you cheer real loud? Maybe like a hip hip hooray. I don't know. Let's try that. All right. So let me get my awards here. We've had to do a little cost cutting here at Multifamily Northwest, so this award, hang on. Our first award is a true favorite of ours and one of the most competitive. This is the award for biggest rent increase. Try to out-rent hike each other all year long. A win-win. That means all of us get to charge higher rent. And the tenants have no choice but to pay because it's so expensive to move and there's nowhere to go. And how do we choose when there are so many fabulously high rent increases to pick from? Should we give bonus points for rent increases that get rid of those Section 8 tenants whose vouchers won't keep up? We had so many great nominees this year. In years past, it could have easily gone to Pinnacle for their remarkable accomplishment of 23% across the board rent increases. But of course, this year we all think, just 23%? Come on, Pinnacle, you can do better than that. No, this year's award goes to the company who saw the writing on the wall first and has managed to raise the rents by outstanding amounts, not just in Portland, but on their properties from Wilsonville to Milwaukee to Hillsborough and everywhere in between. Yes, when this company buys a property, those residents finally start pulling the cash out of their mattresses. We all know that any publicity of rent hikes is good publicity, and this property sent a message to property owners everywhere that a $500 rent increase on senior citizens on fixed incomes will get the goods. Come on up, Graystar Management! Lucy from Graystar Management!
Thank you. Such an honor. Such an honor. You know, they said we couldn't do this. They said it wasn't possible. Some tenants, they even called it immoral or disgusting. But you know what? We are the winners. And renters, they're the losers. Always the losers. We took a bold, inspiring action as we price gouged in a way that nobody thought was possible.
Nobody.
We've learned from San Francisco and New York, and we're bringing those prices to Portland fast. After we rent hiked drama by $500, outraged tenants around the city raised $1,500 to help her pay her rent. $15,000 to help pay her rent. Well, I forgot because all that money just went straight to my pocket. I just want to say thank you to those of you who raised the funds. It really made my day and a great shopping spree. I just want you all to know these rent hikes are possible. And if we all work together, just think about how high we could go. The future is bright. And for rent hikes, the sky's the limit. Thank you.